Hello students, class 12th, welcome back. Today I am discussing our pandas data frame topic according to our revised syllabus. So you can see today I am taking a new interesting topic but in a very simple, in a very easiest way. Okay, I am taking a very simple example, very simplified example. So to access each row, each column, okay, and each value of a data frame. Okay, we can access multiple rows, multiple columns and multiple value also. So we can use so many things, but before I want to create a data frame, so you can see import pandas as pd. Okay, so first we create a heterogeneous data, means simple we create a table. So you can see here I am using df is equal to pd dot data frame. Here D and F is important to always capital. Here I am using small bracket. Okay, here I am create a layout so we can easily understand. Here I am using a simple concept, a dictionary of list. Here I am using a dictionary of list concept to create our table. Okay, so here I am using a dictionary of list concept. So here I am directly used in data frame. Here I am using first roll number, okay, and because this is dictionary, so we can use colon, and here I am using set of values 1, okay, here I am using 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, here I am using comma, and second we can use name. Here name, here I am using for this name, here I am using name A, B. Okay, here I am taking simple example C, D and okay E. Okay, this is the student name. This is a student name, roll number, name. Then we take city. Okay, city I am taking simple example. In city we can use C1 comma C2. Here I am taking very basic example. Okay, we can use Mithapur, Jamnagar as you wish, but here I am using simple example C5. Okay, so for our learning purpose here I am using. Okay, here I am taking one more a dictionary key. Okay, marks. Okay, this marks is very important. So here I am using 40, 50, 60 and 70 and 80 marks. Okay, so we can say in our table total 4 columns: roll number, name, city and marks. 4 columns. Or first student roll number is 11, name of A, city C1, marks of first student is 40, second student 12, B, C2 and 50, third student 13 and so on we can. So I have directly created a data frame. I want to display this data frame. Okay, so I am using print df. Okay, control S, and I am using F5. So you can see the output. It will take some time, you can just wait. So it will display the entire data frame. Okay, so for this purpose, okay students, you can see very beautiful example here: roll number, name, city and marks. Okay, this is our actual table. Okay, in this data frame we can use in another viewpoint. Here this is our actual systematic table, you can see. Okay, so we can access all the complete data frame. Okay, but here I want to access each row, each column. I want to access each and every part. I want to access separately. So okay, so we can first access column one by one. Okay, simply we can access column. So simple, we can use print, we can use df, we can use square bracket. Okay, simply we can write our roll number. Okay, simply we can write df roll number, control S F5. So you can see this is our first column. You can see this is our roll number column. You can see the roll number column, all the values of, because we know very well roll number is our key. In dictionary, roll number is your key. When you use key, it will display all the values of the key. So here I am using the same concept. Okay, df roll number. I have another thing, we can directly use dot concept, roll number. So when you use dot, so there is no need to use a square bracket. So we can, same thing we can use using a dot. Okay, so you can see this will display our all the roll numbers. Okay, suppose I want to display the name. Okay, for this I am using print df. In square bracket we use name key. Okay, so it will display all the names. Okay, you can see all the names. You can see all names column. Or the another method we can use directly, we can use df dot style, we can also use. Okay, but we can directly use, there is no need to use sorry, not roll number, we can use name. Okay, control S F5. So you can see we have another thing, this dot style we can also use. Here I am using print df, our third column I want to display CT. Okay, so I want to display CT column with this style and with this style. Okay, dot style we can access a column, and square bracket in key format we can also use it. So you can see this is our this output. Okay, and this is, and our last column we can display print. Okay, df, we can use our marks key, or we can say our marks column in our language. Okay, or we can use the same thing, we can use df dot marks. Okay, so we can also use this thing, control S F5. So here you can see, here I am accessing each and every column separately. Okay, so with this help. Okay, to access more than one column, okay, we can access more than one column also. This is a very simple thing, it is a requirement. We can use df. Okay, we can use double square for this, because we have a multiple columns. Okay, so we can use square bracket inside square bracket. So suppose you want to see roll number, comma, you want to see name. So you keep in mind this thing, we use square bracket. Okay, because we have more than one, so we can use this again we can use inside. So we can directly, we can see both column at a time. So you can see a roll number and name. Okay, suppose you want to print randomly, you can also select more than one column, but you can use this style. You just remember this thing, name, and suppose you want to see marks. Okay, when you have a very big table, so we can display only our desired data. So you can see this is our name and this is our marks. Okay, so we can use this style to display multiple columns. Okay, so you just keep in mind this structure. Okay, suppose I want to display name, okay, CT and marks. Okay, so you can use this style to display selected column. Okay, okay, so here I am accessing more than one column. Okay, now I want to display each and every row. Okay, to display each row, so very simple, we can use print. You can use log. Okay, here I am using log. Okay, so df dot log, simply we can pass our index 0. Okay, index 0. Index 0 means you can see this is our 0 index row. Okay, so here last time I am using column headings. Okay, here I am using loc because loc is used to access row, and because in a data frame we can use loc concept to access each row. Okay, so this is important thing. So Control S F5. So you can see this is our first row data, roll number of first student, name of first student. Okay, in this system it will display. Okay, here I am another thing, we can also use iloc. Okay, integer location. We know very well loc is work only with label index. Okay, so we can also use loc, iloc for access each row in a data frame. There is no problem. Okay, so you can see this is our loc output, this is our iloc output. In loc we can use label index, we can also use integer index. Okay, in loc is a flexible concept. We can use label index, we already discussed in previous, or we can also use integer index. Okay, but in iloc we only use integer location. We never use label index. ABCD type index we cannot use here. iloc only use. So we can use loc and iloc to display each row separately. Here I am using print df.loc. Okay, here I am using 1. So you can see the second row, you can see here I am using loc. Here it will display the subsequent row. Here I am using df.loc, it will display third row, and here I am using print df.loc, here I am using 4. Okay, so you can see one by one, here I am displaying the output. So you can see this is our last student data belong to this. This is our second last data belong to this. Okay, you can understand better. So you can understand the conclusion is in loc we can use both default and label index. Okay, but here I am not using label index, but we can use if available. In iloc only we can use default numerical index. Okay, in iloc we cannot use label index. Okay, so you keep in this conclusion. Loc is a flexible thing, we can use default label, but in iloc here loc, one thing always you keep in mind, in loc always include stop index. Okay, in loc always include stop index, but in iloc it cannot include stop index, always one less. Okay, so this thing here. Okay, now we can use to display more than one row. Okay, to display more than one row. So this concept is useful to display more than one row. So we can use simple print df.loc, but here I am using colon. Here we can say we can perform slice operation. Okay, last time I am not using the slice operation, but I want to display more than one row. So here I want to display. So here I am using 0:0. So you can see it will include the stop index. So start from 0, start from stop to 0. So it will display only this row. Here I am displaying first our entire data frame, so it will easily we can understand. Control S F5. So you can see in this concept, so you can see this is our entire data frame using this. Here I am using more than one row, but here I am using start from 0, stop to 0. So loc always include stop index. So in general we can say it display only this internally, this behave this like this. So it will display only our first index, very systematic way. Okay, when you use directly in this, it will show in vertical style, very difficult to understand. But when you use slice style, it will display selected row in a very systematic way. Okay, suppose print df.log start from 0 and stop to 1. So we know very well it include the stop index. Okay, so we can simply see this is a beautiful feature we can use here. These two things you can see in our output. Control S F5. So you can see starting 2 rows you can see. Okay, you can also use print df.log in middle position. Suppose I want to see second and third. So you can start from 2 and stop to 3. So it will display these 2 rows. Okay, we can use Control S F5. So log is a very flexible thing. It cover our stop index also. But if I use ilog instead of ilog, you can comparatively you can see the result. If I am use ilog, so it will start from 2. Okay, but this index will not include it, only 1 less. So start from 2 and stop to again 2. So this is a limitation, it does not include stop index, always 1 less. So you can see this output. Control S F5. So you can see the output of this because log is a very cover the stop index. So you can see both line, but it does not include the stop index. So it will include only the second because it always 1 less. You know very well in range function, len function, numpy 1d 2d is always 1 less. So here only entire the Python only log provide this kind of facility because it support the label index. So it cover our stop index also. So you can see comparatively it display both rows starting and stopping. It only starting stopping it does not include. Okay, so you can see we can use multiple rows using log and ilog. We can also use in middle position also. Okay, suppose print df dot log. Here I am writing 2 colon and here and I don't specify the stop index. So what is the output? So you can simply imagine start from 2 and remaining all. Okay, start from second row and after there is no stop index, so it will include all the remaining rows. Okay, you can see this output. So you can see start from 2 and remaining all rows. So we can see to show from second index and remaining all rows. So we can we don't use our last index, so it will display start from 2 and remaining it will cover all the things. We can also use print df dot ilog. Same thing we can use for ilog, so no problem. Okay, so 2 colon, here I am not specify the stop, so both will give the same output. Okay, because here remaining all it covers, so it will give the same output. Okay, now new thing is to show selected row with selected column. Okay, so this is very important advanced thing. Okay, we can select row. In selected row we can also select the particular column. So very simple thing. So first we display our table, print df, Control S F5. So you can see this is our entire table. Suppose I want to display only this data and this data, only this part I want to extract, I want to see. Okay, this part. So for this purpose here I am writing print df dot log. You can use square bracket. Okay, here square bracket, or here I am using a particular gap. Here we can use comma. We know very well, before comma row slice, after comma column slice. So row slice we can use colon, okay. For column slice we can use, again I am saying, in middle comma always, because here I am using selected row with selected column. So before comma row slice, after comma column slice. So you can see I want to display this and this. So what is the index? 1 and 2. So here I am using 1 and 2. Okay. So first it will select entire 2 rows. This statement show only this output. But in this output, I want to show only this and this. So what is the column? Name to marks. So here I am using name, start from name and stop to marks. Okay. So you can understand. So it will give only this kind of data. Okay. So here I am using Control S, F5. So you can see this and this, you can see this is our output. Okay. So to show selected row and selected column. Okay. So you can see, suppose I want to display this and this data. Okay. So what is the equation? We can use df.log, we can use square bracket, then we can use bracket. But here I am using, I want to make a structure. So before here I am using inside comma, and before comma row slice, and after comma column slice. Okay. So first I want to this and this data. So what is the row? 3rd to 4. So here I am using 3rd and 4th. Okay. So what is the output of this code? It will select and these rows. But in this row I want only this and this column. So this D and D, this data and this data. So you can see name to marks. So here I am using, again start from name for both this row and stop to marks. Okay. So it will display this data and this data. I think you can understand. So it will display this selected data. So we can also select with the help of row slicing. Okay. To show each value, okay, we can also use each value for this. So, but before I want to display print df, Control S F5. You can see this is our entire table. Suppose I want to display only 11 roll number. So simply we can use print df.log. Okay. So what is the position here? This is 0, 0. Simply we can use 0, 0. Our 2D array concept we can use. Okay. I think this will create problem. Here I am using ilog. Okay, I think ilog provide an integer index, so you can always use ilog. Okay, you should keep in mind. So it will display 11. Okay, suppose I want to display only C1, only C1. So what is the position of C1? You can use df.ilog. Okay. ilog, what is the position of? So we can simply use our 2D array numpy concept. Okay. So I want to display C1. So here 0. First we can use 0. What is the column? We can say roll number is on 0 column, name is our first column, city is our second column. So 0 column, 1 column and 2. So here I am using 2. Okay. Only we can use on 0th row or in 0, 1, 2 in one column. 0, 1, 2. So 0 and 1 it will display, it will select C1. Okay. So we can use this concept also. So it will display also C1. Okay. Suppose I want to display the last value of rightmost value of 80. So I want to access this value. So here I am using print df ilog. Okay, ilog. Here I am using square bracket. So you can see this is our fourth row. Okay, and here inside 0 roll number on in 0 column, name on 1 column, 2 column, and this is our 3. So 4 comma 3, because we know very well before comma row index and after comma column index. Okay, so you can see finally we access our 80 value. Okay, so you can think in log. Okay, you can see before comma row index, okay, and after comma column index. Okay students, so we can access this section. So today I am discussing how to create a data frame simply, how to access each and every column in this style, bracket style or dot style, how to see more than one column access, how to see each row with the help of log and ilog, how to see multiple row with log and log or ilog. You can see the difference. Okay, I have already discussed how to access multiple rows with selected columns. Okay, subset we can extract, how to access individual and one value using ilog. Okay, this concept. Hope you understand this. I think this example very beneficial to understand this topic. Okay, thank you students.